Notwithstanding the pronounced government position against the so-called culture of impunity, the killing of militant journalists, left-leaning activists, and other personalities and members of identified groups critical of the establishment continue unabated. What do you think is or are the reasons for this phenomenon, and how can the Senate as an institution effectively help address this situation?
Ang Kapatiran Party is against the killing of life. In our principle number 1, number 2, life and the dignity of the human person. We are pro-lifers from inception to natural death. So any death in between, especially like this extrajudicial killing, we abhor this, we are against it. Now, why is this happening? Why are there a lot of militant activists and media personnel being killed left and right and without being investigated? I pose the same question, and I blame the leadership of this country for not doing anything. The president is supposed to be the commander-in-chief, on top of the armed forces of the Philippines, on top of the Philippine National Police. Why can't you just investigate objectively and punish the few members or several members of the AP or PNP if warranted? Any organization anyway has their bad egg, their share of bad eggs. So why protect them instead of bringing them out in the public and punishing them, giving them the right punishment that they deserve? I do not see any reason why this government or this administration cannot put a closure to all of these cases. I blame leadership or the lack of it for the inaction, for the insensitivity in dealing with this problem. Imagine for the first time in Philippine history, in the history of this country, we are indicted. No less than the president of this country is indicted before an international investigation committee, the People's Permanent Tribunal at The Hague in the Netherlands. We were indicted and we were found. The president was found guilty. Oh my God. Ano nang nangyari sa bansa natin? Shall we allow this to happen? Shall we allow this to happen? Tayo na yung poorest, tayo na yung most corrupt, tayo pa rin ba yung pinakamaraming human rights violations? Can you be proud of this? Can you say that I belong to that country, the Philippines, where all of these things are prevalent? Salamat po.
The foundation of modern society is actually the belief in a supreme being and the belief that there are some rights that are inalienable or some rights that you cannot remove, which is human rights. So even in the US, where they say that religion and government is not mixed, you look at their money, nakalagay in God we trust. When they take an oath, so help me God. And even in our preamble, seeking the aid of the Almighty, no? Tayo. So, in the belief of a supreme being, whatever our religion is, we believe na ang tao ay hindi parang hayop, no? We have a soul, we have a spirit in us, we have dignity. And this basic dignity, from depriving one of shelter, depriving one of food, depriving one, pareho lang yan sa killings. No, mas pronounced lang yung killings. So let me make that statement at the start. No? Yung sinabi kanina ni Doc Martin that there are 75 or 76 people every day dying of tuberculosis. No? Yung pabaya ng gobyerno na nangyayari yan is also a human rights violation. We should not allow that to happen. But to go to the point, to date, 800 political killings. I don't know anymore sino nagsabi nito, no? But someone said, I will fight tooth and nail for what you're saying because I don't agree with it. But I will die defending your right to say it. Okay? So we may be leftist, rightist, no ideology, MTV ideology, whatever we believe in, no? We may be hopeful, not hopeful, rich, poor, whatever. But we have to respect, parang university atmosphere, di ba? Na university, walang baduy, walang hip, walang yan ang gusto, yan ang hindi. No? We have to respect na yun ang trip niya di ba? Pero in our society, mas nagiging intolerant tayo. Gusto natin peace. Pero pag sumali peacefully yung mga party list sa Kongreso, i-disqualify, etc. No? So what can the Senate do? In the long term, number one, strengthen the institutions. Kung malakas ang DOJ, matagal nang sinipa si Secretary Gonzales, o kaya marami sa mga piskal nag-mass leave or nag-mass resignation. No? And this is not only the DOJ. So number one, strengthen institution. Number two, stand up for it. Investigation after investigation until lumabas yung culprit. Number three, teach the military and the police that if you do what you're supposed, kung involved kayo sa pagpapatay, not as an institution but some members, you're as bad as the criminals that you want to go after. Lumalabas kasi ngayon, ginagawa naman daw ng NPA, may mass, di ba? Mass graves, so pwede na rin gawin ng gobyerno. Hindi ganun eh. Yung mass graves, kaya ka nga may police at military para labanan at habulin yung yun eh.